representing Volusia's Finest. I'm Adrian Trotter, owner of Trotter Media, and today we are going to talk to you about Anthony Ford. Anthony is an entrepreneur whose passion is to help seniors live at their home. With quality care and a S.H.I.N.E principle, his team of highly qualified nurses makes all of that possible. So Anthony, give us a little glimpse into your personal life, fill any gaps of that intro, and we'll get going.
Well, some of the things I'll probably talk about again, but I basically came into this business because I became guardian of my mother, and I had to set up the care for her. And I was doing a totally different job before, and I just got a real kick out of doing that, getting that organized well, and I thought I did a good job there. And I thought, you know, comparing that to what other home agencies were offering, I thought I had an interesting set of skills and experience to bring to the care environment for seniors.
So what about your mother? Talk to me a little bit about that. What caused her to have to need a level of care that you provide now to your patients?
Well, she has advanced Alzheimer's, and obviously that brings a set of challenges for any care environment.
Right.
So basically, she needs 24/7 supervision in order to live safely. The options generally in those areas are she goes to a memory care facility at an assisted living facility, but I wanted to keep her in the home environment, and that's where my inspiration came from for this business.
And see, guys, that's the one thing, is his passion actually came from helping out his mother. So if you see that, what he'll do is he will bring that level of care as if he's caring for his own mother to your patients, to his patients. So that's really good. So Anthony, share with me your key ability. What sets you apart from any other home health agency or any really health agency that's out there today?
Really, I think it's the caring and tenacity. You have to have the tenacity to build the business. It's a competitive environment, and you have to care. Truly care about your clients. And once you apply those to every action you do, it's pretty obvious what you should do on a day-to-day basis when you're dealing with those tactical challenges that pop up.
Okay, cool. And Anthony, share with us something about that key ability that you have that we as entrepreneurs should know about, that we don't know.
Well, I think everyone knows that you need to keep going at it. I mean, the tenacity is absolutely critical. There'll be ups and downs as you go along.
Right.
There'll be challenges, there'll be unexpected and expected problems that crop up. And you just got to have that attitude, like, okay, so this is a new thing I need to deal with. How do we get through this?
Right. Cool. So talk to me a little bit about that S.H.I.N.E principle. I've come to a couple of your meetings, and I've seen your presentation before at 1 Million Cups. It seemed to be that was what really stuck out with me when I listened to you. So share with our viewers here about what does that mean. I know it's an acronym, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, it originated when I was interviewing some caregivers, and I noticed a difference between the caregivers I really liked and the caregivers that I wasn't so impressed with. So what I called that was an element of S.H.I.N.E. So what I do is, one of the questions I asked would be very open-ended. It would be like, describe to me a fond memory that you have of a previous client. And I'm not so much listening for the answer per se. I mean, obviously, I am listening to what they say,
right,
but I'm looking for their facial reactions. I'm looking for their body language during that. So that just solidified in my mind as the element of S.H.I.N.E. And I then took that as a methodology. So I arranged S.H.I.N.E so that sincerity, honesty, integrity, nurturing, experience, and a lot of other principles that I try to apply to everything that I do.
And you've actually turned away, when you're doing your interview, at least what you expressed, is you've even turned away people that may have had the qualifications but didn't exhibit that S.H.I.N.E principle that you were looking for.
Yeah, and if they can't think of a fond memory with a previous client,
right,
I got to question really what are they doing overall. So that's one of my differences, I guess, that I look for that S.H.I.N.E element. And that's something I've just sort of invented myself, but actually I found it to be very effective when selecting caregivers.
Awesome, guys. Well, we're actually going to take a little turn for the worst here. I want you to share with our viewers the most rock bottom experience you've had as an entrepreneur. Where's your worst entrepreneurial moment to date?
Well, I think after about a month of operation, I had 2 clients. And then all of a sudden, I lost 1 client. So you've got 2 clients, and now you've got 1 client.
So 50% of your business.
Yeah. And, I reflected on that. Now, the reason I tried to look further than just the loss of the client. And really, what I tried to do is turn that into a positive. How do you turn that into positive? Well, it came about from the reason that that client stopped being a client. Basically, he got better. We transitioned him out of the hospital environment back into the home environment so effectively and allowed him to then thrive by himself.
So really that bad experience was actually a positive on behalf of your client, really.
Yeah, I mean, initially for the cash flow and the revenue and everything, it wasn't so good, but it was a very positive experience for the client. And what I did was I went around, and you can see some of these videos that I have on my YouTube channel. I interviewed him about the reasons, what had happened and everything, and turned that into a good news story.
Awesome, cool. And guys, Anthony actually is going to have the links to his YouTube channel, everything in the description. So basically you won't have to miss out, and you'll get to know everything about Anthony from this video, and plus on the links that we have provided below. All right, so Anthony, what is that light bulb moment? What is the best, or eureka moment that you had as an entrepreneur that you thought, wow, this idea is what's going to pivot me?
Well, yeah, it's getting back to what I set up for my mother. I was doing a totally different job, and around Christmas last year, I was, prior to that, project manager, large IT projects. And I just came back at Christmas and just really didn't want to get on a plane again. I was flying internationally and flying nationally all over the place.
Wow.
And I just thought, you know what? I think it's time to, I've been mulling what I did for my mother over in my head previously, and sort of thought, well, maybe that'd make a good business, but didn't really pursue it. But over Christmas, and instead of resting, I spent a lot of time thinking about what I did with my mother and thinking about how I could turn that into a business, because that would allow me to stay locally, to travel less, and enjoy more time with my family. But I wasn't under any illusions that it was going to be easy, but I thought I had something to offer there. So that's kind of, it wasn't like a sudden leap out of a bathtub or something exciting like that, but it was a slow progression in my mind, thinking about what I did with my mother and thinking, this will fit in with what I want to achieve in life.
So you really took like a leap of faith, because sometimes as entrepreneurs or people that are looking to become entrepreneurs, they have a little problem that they have in their head. They have either, I want to keep my 9 to 5 or keep working at my salary, my comfortable, cushy job, versus let me take that leap of being an entrepreneur, where now you don't have a boss telling you have to wake up in the morning, you don't have to clock in, clock out. Really, it's a drive that you have within that really causes you to go to work every day.
Yeah, and you've got to have a passion for what you're doing. There's no substitute for that. There's going to be a lot of up and downs. There's going to be a lot of effort. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be problems. So you've got to believe in what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to want to do that and drive, and that want and passion for it will drive you forward to the right decisions.
Awesome, Anthony. And that's actually a perfect segue into my next question, which is, what is the one thing you are the most passionate about today?
It's the caring. It's very simple. It's not about the dollars ultimately. It's about making sure people are safe in a secure environment, and applying that principle of what would I want to do if this was my parent, because I was in that situation. Well, I still am in that situation. So that allows me to drive forward the levels of care, put in plan the right things, the right actions, the right setup for the clients. So it's not just about the home care, sending an aide in to help with the activities of daily living. It's also about the house care, because if they're going to stay in the house had better be the best environment for them.
Right.
So that's so it's a multitude of services that I bring, that the combination is unique as far as I've seen anywhere, and just gives me all those different tools to keep the senior safe in their home.
Wow. And guys, what he's talking about is his passion is actually caring, which is actually love. he's actually treating his clients and patients as his own mother. And if you think about it, if you have that same love that you have, I mean, I'm a mama's boy myself. I know a lot of people that do love their parents. But what he's doing is he's actually transferring or emitting that same love that he has for his parent onto his patients. And that is what the customer feels, and that's what actually gets them better. I mean, TLC, making sure that they are in their homes, in a comfortable environment, in a safe environment, is what Anthony's all about. So, Anthony, we're going to take a quick little 10-minute break here. And so then we have the sudden death round where I'm just going to ask you a few quick questions, and
Sure.
We'll check it out from there. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to pause this video and have a little transitional moment, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me so far. And Anthony here, we're going to actually start the sudden death round. These are just quick little questions, and answer them in maybe 1 or 2 sentences, all right?
Okay, I'll try and be brief.
Okay. Anthony, what was keeping you stalled from becoming an entrepreneur?
I think it's the same with everyone. You've got a safe job, fear of failure. So you just have to learn to embrace the fact you're not going to do everything perfectly, and learn from hopefully what are small failures.
Very good. And what is the best words of wisdom that you've ever received?
Oh, big fan of Churchill and some of his sayings. So never, never, never give up. So that's one of them. So every time you get a challenge, just keep going on.
Cool. And what I want you to do is share one of your personal habits that contributes to your success.
I think it's planning. I come from a project management background, so I try and apply those principles of traceability across everything I do. So planning for delivery and then delivering excellently.
Awesome. Now, recommend one internet resource.
One internet resource. Oh my gosh, so many. Google has great tools for managing your website, so that's one place to check out. I could name 100 more, but you asked for one.
Yes. So recommend a book, and also share why you're going to recommend this book.
It's a classic, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's always, what I often think back to is the bit where it talks about your circle of influence and circle of concern, and you can only change things within your circle of influence. So you're reminding yourself there are things you can't control, and just work around those.
Awesome. I love that classic. And what we'll do is we'll end with a word of advice and the best way we can connect with you and say farewell.
All right. Well, my website, Plan Life Care, is a great place where I talk about a lot of the things I do. My phone numbers, my local phone numbers, like 386-968-1920 for my office number. So welcome any questions or queries. If you think I've said anything that's of interest, welcome to contact me. And word of advice, keep buggering on, another Churchill statement. So all along the same lines, just keep on going.
Awesome. Well, guys, you've seen it here at Volusia's Finest. We have Anthony Ford, and he expressed himself the best ways to contact him, and will also be in the description below of this video. If you're interested in also being interviewed, you could check out my first episode 000, that expresses how you can actually be interviewed. And if you have any questions for Anthony, go ahead and leave a comment below. Like, favorite, and subscribe to this for more entrepreneurial interviews and for new guests. Next week's guests, we have Silas Santos. Excuse me, sorry, Silas. It's a tongue twister. But thank you so much, and I can't wait for you guys to see this next interview, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.